Weekday sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go here in Inglewood. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
Set. Go.
First carry here for the former Tar Heel, Omarion Hampton. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9.
380. 380.
Hey, check.
Set.
Another run here with Hampton. And he's going to have that first down. Tackle made up around the 35.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ready.
On play action. Now Herbert. A throw here, right side. Falls incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that will lead to a second down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
21. Set.
A give left side for Hampton. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Set. 380. Bailey Tiger. 21. Go, let's go. Hey, Ray. Set.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds.
Yo. Hey, I could go for it, right? Or I have to punt with these damn rules. Yeah, my 41, but it's 4th and 4. I got to punt. All right. Okay. I got you. Appreciate it.
Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down.
In punt formation.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. That's taken at about the 14. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on second down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it's going to be third down. Run right up the gut with Genty. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Raider first down.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. The rookie from Texas orchestrating things well. It is a first down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. And he'll take this one in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. His sixth touchdown now for the season. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
No play fake. Herbert, no chance at all. He'll go down. The 7th overall pick in 2023, Tyree Wilson, in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
Grenade. Run. Set. Go, let's go. Delta. Stop. Set.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. It's a big one for the Chargers. And even 30 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
On the give, here's Hampton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Set. Set.
On play action, it's Herbert. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Baylor Tigers. Delta. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will score. DeAndre Lambert-Smith. Touchdown Chargers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
On 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And this is going to be a Raiders first down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught. And he will go all the way. Michael Pittman. Touchdown Vegas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
He fields it at the 8. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
31-yard line.
Five nine. Set.
Play action now. It's Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
Chargers
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Trying the left side. Here's Hampton. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Tommy Eichenberg, the former Buckeye, in there on the tackle.
47-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
380. Set.
On play action now, Herbert. He'll swing this out to Hampton. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Set. 380.
We'll try to run for it with Hampton. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Set.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
380. Ready.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Set.
They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Third and long.
Set. 380. Hey, easy, easy, easy. We'll go orange. 5-9, 5-9. Let's go. 59, 59.
The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long.
Kappa, kappa, kappa.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Today, a pair of rivals from the AFC West. Between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in week 14. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
380. Go.
All right here with Amari Hampton. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Set. 380. Set.
Now an inside give to Hampton. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Baylor Tiger. 380. What is it?
On the play fake, it's Herbert. As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Running it with Hampton. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Set. Lion. 12.
A play fake, now Herbert to throw. He has it at the 5! And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Williams will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal.
Set.
Buzz! Be ready!
Set.
Another for Williams. And this time he's in. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now start on the ground. Dowdle. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Setting up to throw. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he's going to work it to the 20. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. This one finds Thornton. And this one doesn't go far.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And the run will not get there. They're turned away right near that marker. Now it's 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards.
This is Genty. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
They give left side to Genty. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Here we go, set.
brought to a halt, you're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Set. Hey, easy, easy, easy. We'll go orange, 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 orange. Set.
Design bootleg here. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Going right this time with Hampton. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 7-3 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Ready.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Dylan Laube back deep for the Raiders. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll throw it. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
To throw here on first down. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. They are throwing it again. Finds Genty underneath. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. Throwing it again here. Throw right side, finds Besh. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. Dumps it off to his running back. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. They'll run for this. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Back on 2nd and goal. And they take this in for the score. The Raiders take a 2nd quarter lead.
What a great moment to celebrate and possibly educate this rookie as well, Kate. That's just tremendous effort. He shows off the speed that he has. But they'll go look at those tablets. They'll figure out if there was somewhere to throw it. And he showed you right there when there's not. Well, this kid can run.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Working quickly here.
2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Herbert back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers in need of some points before the break. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Hey, go lion. Set. Kappa. Set.
First and 10. Here's Hampton. Across midfield to the 45. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. They get 35 out of that one. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
12. 21.
Here's Herbert, first and 10. That throw finds Conklin. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense is set. This is second and 2.
Set. 5-9. Set.
Again, it's Hampton. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
Set.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Buying some time left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumped early looking to block that kick. So they'll decline this and take the results. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Dylan Laube on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Quick slate taken in by Pittman. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
First down, Raiders.
Throwing now on 1st down. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's a screen play to Genty. Past midfield to the 45. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And they're trying to will it further, but it just doesn't have the muster. This one falls short. And this will remain a 4-point game. The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. Chooses to bring this one out. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. They'll come out throwing. Man downfield, and he finds Bish at the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take the lead right away in half number 2.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set.
Here's Hampton, open the drive. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to Hampton. This is not going to help their cause. They had a 3rd down. He's out of bounds, lost a yard too.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Lion. Hey, Kappa. Hey, please. 21. Baylor Tiger.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. On now comes their punter. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
10 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
It's a gain of 10.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. And off to Genty. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. But you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Another give here to Genty. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Raider first down.
They go play action on first down. Has it in close. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for Raiders first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll toss it. Genty. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Chargers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Hampton trying the left side. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Kappa.
To throw, Herbert. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10, Herbert. He finds Johnston. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Chargers will have a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Cap it.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. All right, here we go. Second down.
Set. Here we go. Check him out. Don't stop. Ready.
They'll go left side with Hampton. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Set. Lion. Hey, go lion. Hey, Ray. Go.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects on the crosser. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down.
You know, Kate, I never get frustrated with completions. Never turn down a completion. But in this case, you really did have to look beyond that route. Not enough to move the sticks.
Desperation time here on fourth. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a fourth quarter lead. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Return starts from the goal line. This makes it up to the 25.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Genty from the gun. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Gain of about 8 here, nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he could move those chains.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Looking Myers, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Working now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Throw right side, finds Bash. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
First down, play action. He's going deep. And in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a fourth quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
24. Chargers 21.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. Things going well so far. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31.
Set. 380. Ready.
This is Hampton, right side. Breaks through and breaks away. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They strike for 23 yards. And it brings up an LA first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
At the 46-yard line.
Set.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
He was taken down.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Dumped off to his running back. And they're backed up a bunch ahead of this third down, Brock, as this is out at least a few yards behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they went with on third down.
Check. 59. Hey, go. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Hey, Kappa.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now.
12. Delta. 21. Coleman troops right. Let's go. 5-9. Set.
He's back to throw. Risky throw, and it's intercepted. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Raiders take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, third and long, extra long like this, protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. throw right side finds Pittman. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw it. Finds Besh, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for Raiders first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Raiders only up by a few. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one's caught. And that's a Raiders first down. And more than that, Brock, it should seal away the win for them.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 now from the 30. Give up the guts. It's Genty. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Offense to the line. 2nd down.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to Genty. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now it's Genty. And a good stop by the defense to limit this damage. They gave up 8, but they still force this 4th down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game,
Good game,
you
man.
take it in the
Good
NFL.
game. Yeah. I got you one, you got me one.
So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.